If you're a fan of Claire Saffitz, you've probably seen this video where she made what she called her easiest cake recipe. We decided to try it out to see just how easy and how good it actually is. The recipe calls for a bundt cake pan, but according to Claire, if you don't have one, you can just use 2 regular cake pans instead. Drizzle a little neutral flavored oil like vegetable or grapeseed oil into the cake pan. Not much, just enough so that you can then brush the entire pan, including the inside ring, with a thin coat of oil. Next, sprinkle flour into the pan. This will stick to the oil and make it easier to remove the cake later. Tap the flour around the pan so there's a fairly even coating. Set that aside while you make the batter. This recipe only requires 1 bowl, which is great. To that bowl, add 3 cups of flour, 2 1/3 cups of granulated sugar, poppy seeds, baking powder, kosher salt, 3 room temperature eggs, more neutral oil, room temperature whole milk, almond extract, and vanilla extract. Technically, we should have stirred the dry ingredients together before we added the wet ingredients, but our cake turned out just fine like this. We used an electric hand mixer to combine all the ingredients, and we mixed on medium for about 3 minutes to make sure the batter was really smooth. The next step is just to pour your batter into the prepared cake pan and give it a little shake to even out the top before popping it in a preheated 350-degree oven for 80 to 90 minutes. The cake was still very hot, so we let it cool in the pan for about 15 minutes. While you wait, prepare a glaze for the cake by combining powdered sugar, freshly squeezed and strained orange juice, vanilla extract, almond extract, and a little melted butter. Whisk it all together until the sugar has dissolved into the liquid, then set aside while you unmold your cake. To do this, gently run a palette knife around the edge of the cake pan, and try your best not to pierce the cake in the process. Place a rack over top of the cake, then carefully flip it over, and you should be able to pull the pan off the cake fairly easily. Next, poke holes all over the top and sides of the cake. This will help the glaze to seep into the cake and make it really delicious. Use a pastry brush to generously brush the top, sides, and inside of your cake, then let it cool completely before slicing it. Overall, this cake was pretty easy to do. It only used 1 bowl and 1 pan, and a straightforward technique. The flavor was sweet with a nutty hint, and the crunch from the poppy seeds was really nice. Let us know if you try this too, and subscribe to Dish for more baking recipes.